Good Wednesday. Obviously, as you get into the second game and you get into the season, you start putting your wrinkles in for third down packages and so on. So hit a few rough patches in there here and there, but overall pretty good day.
You cringe every time you start walking over to meet up with Madaleno there to review the walking wounded?
Yeah, it's one of those issues where you're constantly trying to balance moving forward as a program and where that line's drawn, because we need so much work. We could sit out here all day on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and we need all the reps we can get, but we also need to try to win games. So there's a fine line there with continuing to move forward with your program and getting guys healthy enough to win games, because obviously we can't afford to lose many guys.
How healthy are you right now?
I think we're decent. We're probably no different than most teams, honestly. We can't complain. We know we're not real deep. I think we're probably about par or a little better than most teams, but I don't know, the depth.
With those new guys that played last week and those that didn't get the chance to see the field, you notice an increase in play from those that saw the experience?
Pardon me, the guys that
actually got on the field.
Yeah, I think it'll help. I really do. I think, I hope, like we talked about earlier in the week, you hope that you make drastic improvement between week 1 and week 2, and I suspect we will. It seems like we have a calmer attitude about us today and this week, and just going about our business to improve. And again, we've talked about that a lot, but it's so true. Each and every day, no matter who the opponent or what's going on, we just got to get better every day.
Talk about Max. You made a comment in the teleconference that you see him change a little bit. Is he taking a little more control like that guy?
Yeah, I think he has. I really have. And I think those guys have been real respectful to each other and to the team throughout this process, because everybody, wants to know about it, and they understand the attention that goes with it, and they were all in a pretty good battle. But I think it's gotten to the point now where it's like, hey, heck, let me just take it and do the best I can, and that's what we're looking for. And so I see a little bit of a change in it.
What set Max apart when you guys looked at film when you guys were breaking stuff down? What is it that made that decision for you?
Well, again, Max wasn't perfect either, and like I said earlier in the week, Jalen did some really good things. And like I said all along, it has a lot to do with the other players around him. When you move the football or you don't move the football. It's not at all ever on the quarterback. But he made less mistakes, and he did some of the basic things that we're looking for correctly, and he distributed the ball where we needed to. So that was the big thing with helping us move the football.
How much did the receivers blocking hurt you guys a little
bit
on some of this stuff?
It
seemed like some of those young guys weren't real engaged in making their blocks.
It did, and things are a little different when you get into a game situation, as you know, and that's one of the trademarks of Neil's offenses, and in particular Tommy Maynard, the wide receiver coach. If you watch Texas Tech play last year, that's one of the things that jumps out at you. The first thing is how tough and physical those receivers are and were, and that's obviously a compliment to the coaching, and so we need to get the same thing going here.
Is that a mentality? You just
have
to have that mentality?
It is. It's a mentality. It's technique. It's system, and like I said, I really believe these guys. They know how to get it out of them. We just got to continue to work on it, get better.
How's Timmons been this week after an up and down game?
Yeah, he's been good. He's a pretty steady guy. He really doesn't, at least I don't notice him getting too high or too low.
There was talk of him maybe dropping a punt or two in the scrimmages, and then he had that fumble. Is that a concern moving forward, or do you think it was nerves?
I don't know where you got that information. No, but he'll be fine. He's a good football player. He's a young guy, and he's got to just keep on working and making plays, because he's a playmaker and we need him out there.
Getting young wide receivers to block, is that a season-long deal? Because they probably never blocked in high school.
That's correct. It is. It's going to be. It'll be. I hate to use that word again. It's a process. If you notice, I really try to stay away from that. It's going to be a long. It's going to be It's going to be time to do all those things correctly. Yeah, you're trying to draw it out.
I really was.
We're all tired of that. Yeah.
Mark, I came in Monday expecting you would say Jalen or Max, and the wide receiver would be somebody or somebody, but you went ahead and pulled the trigger and made those changes. Is that just to get more first-team reps right out of the gate?
It is, and last week, I was honest with you guys. I told you that I had made that decision in the team, or we knew who was going to start the game. But yeah, it just, you know, it was the first game. You know, you might as well use it to your advantage if you could. But again, I'm sure they were prepared for both quarterbacks, and you know, everybody we play will prepare for both quarterbacks because we will have a package with Jay.
I'm gonna duck as I ask this, but
Pardon me?
Cody, I'm gonna duck as I ask this, but Cody and Nate and Corey Brown are obviously key guys in your defense. So
Yeah,
you think
we're
you're gonna have any of
working
those
on it.
guys?
We are. We're working on getting those guys out there, and we're getting some reps out of them.
Everybody good? All right.
All right,
Very much.
thank
Thanks,
you.
Mark.
Thank